I'm going to start off. I'm going to start off this show saying, one, obviously, welcome back to the show, guys. Welcome back. We're here. We are here. That's all I'm going to say. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Push this channel out to however many people you can, man. But screw all that. Screw all that. All right? Subscribe. Y'all see it in the thumbnail. Screw all that. I'm going to start off this show with a soapbox. First off, D, I don't want to disrespect. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm doing all right.
All right, awesome. Sick. This is what I'm going to say, bro. One, fly Eagles fly. Thank you for the comment. Put those comments up here so you guys can see. Fly Eagles fly. All right.
This guy.
Hey, man.
He didn't even like the Eagles. That's crazy.
Hey, man. Look. I'm going to start this.
Hey, put that up.
Our fool's gold. Yeah. I'm going to get to the comments. All right. But I'm going to start off with a soapbox. The only team that can beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the playoffs are the Philadelphia Eagles. All right? That's what I'm going to say.
Yes.
Philadelphia.
Yes.
Let it. We going to get there. Listen to what I'm saying. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We ain't doing that right now. We're going to get there. This defense is a championship defense.
Facts.
Championship defense.
Facts.
All right? This defense, if you gonna sit here and tell me, not just you, but everybody who watching, gonna sit here and tell me that this defense cannot carry this team to a Super Bowl, you don't know football.
Why do you need to carry him though?
Listen to what I'm saying. There have been so many teams throughout the years that have ridden their defense to the Super Bowl, including 2015 Broncos.
Do it.
2014 Seattle Seahawks. Defense and running game.
Okay, I was about to say, yeah.
Defense and running game. Just like you said, Saquon was a huge part of going to the Super Bowl last year. We wouldn't have got there without him, right? Got it.
No. You would have got there without him.
You said that Saquon and defense was the reason they carried.
The reason they won. You could have got there without him.
Okay.
You did it. You just did it the year before.
We did it the year before, and the defense is the reason why we lost the Super Bowl. So I'm telling you. So the defense, all right. So defense. And every single one of Tom Brady's Super Bowl appearances, every single one, he's never had anything other than a top 10 or top 5 defense. Ever.
Yeah, ever.
He's always had a top 5 defense.
17 of like 20-something years, he had a top
5 defense.
Top 10.
Top 10
5
defense.
or 4 to 8 of them, something like that. I can't remember.
So half of those 7 Super
Bowls,
Bowls, he had a top 5 defense, right?
Yes.
Okay. In 3 of his first 4 Super Bowls, the first 3 of his first 4 Super Bowls, Tom Brady had a total of 735 yards passing in 3 games. 6 touchdowns to 1 interception, and he won 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Okay?
Yeah.
In a Super Bowl where the defense gave up 3 points to the Los Angeles Rams. He won it with 10 points.
Yep.
10 points. Ben Roethlisberger in his 2 Super Bowl wins. His first one had 123 yards passing, no touchdown and 2 picks, and a passer rating of 22, and he won the Super Bowl.
That's putrid.
In the second one, 256-yard passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. But no one talks about that. They talk about the game-winning drive capped by Santonio Holmes' toe tap catch against the Arizona Cardinals in 2009. That's what they talk about. They don't talk about that he was pedestrian pretty much the rest of the game. They don't talk about that. Let me get to my quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Yesterday, the first half was when you look at the first half and how that first half started, in actuality, you can say it was the best first half he's played all season long. The way the game played out.
Well, I mean, Washington.
against a serious contender. You didn't want to take Washington seriously or Las Vegas. So I don't want to count that right now because you said, oh, it was against them too, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's not that it didn't matter. It's just the degree of difference.
But I'm taking it against an actual serious contender now.
Yeah. A good half. That was
on the road in awful weather conditions.
Yep.
Josh Allen didn't score for 3.5 quarters.
Facts. I agree.
55 minutes. His 2 touchdowns on the game were tush-push touchdowns. His 2.
By the way, that field goal. That's crazy.
Huh?
You gotta take.
Oh, you talking about the end? You talking about the end? The extra point?
Overtime, bro.
We're gonna get there. In the second half, I showed you game film breakdown. I didn't just give you stats, just like you want to give me, no completions in the second half, like Duran wants to do. No yards in the second half. You want to give me that. I gave you game film breakdown on each of those 7 drop back passes.
Yes.
Every single one. You saw them.
Yes.
5 of those were third down drop backs on 3rd and 8 or longer.
Yeah.
Because the first 2 plays were exactly what this team was doing in the first half of the season, pretty much most of the first half of the season, the season, handing the ball off to Saquon Barkley in the shotgun right up the middle for no yards or for 1 yard or 2 yards, nothing. And then 3rd and long. He gets backed up into the end zone after the defense makes a great 4th down stop at the 1-yard line, and he's into the end zone. They try to do a tush push on 1st down to give them some room. A tush push on 1st down. On 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, he gets essentially, as soon as the ball is in his hands, a defender in his lap. He evades that. He gets sacked, but it would have been a safety.
Yeah.
He evades that. Okay? Saquon up the middle, A.J. Brown deep ball. A.J. Brown was dominant at times yesterday in the first half. Absolutely dominant. But let's go. You want to go take context because you didn't watch the game. And if you're going to watch the highlights, it ain't showing everything, right? A.J. Brown deep ball in the beginning of in the first quarter. I think it was the first quarter, actually, when they were driving, when they had to settle for 3. He had his arm pinned down to his left side, and the ball was dropped in the bucket.
Great throw.
Couldn't make the catch. Flag, they don't call it, which will set him up at the 1-yard line. And most likely they are scoring on that.
Yeah, I agree.
They had to settle for a field goal.
Yep.
So instead of 14-0, they had to settle for it being 10-0.
Yep.
In the third quarter, that one I sent you, Devontae Smith catches the football. It was a catch.
Mm-hmm.
It was a catch.
Mm-hmm.
They overturn it and said he lost control. Never lost control. Just because the ball hits the ground don't mean it's a loss of control. That's the rule. The ball can hit the ground, but as long as he doesn't lose possession, it's a catch. That's what happened. They still overturned it for some godforsaken reason. So that's one completion taken off the board, which changes the whole drive because that's on 1st down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Another throwaway. So 5 of those 7 dropbacks were throwaways. 5. Everybody wants to give me the stats. Oh, he won without blah, 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 this and that. I don't care. The Eagles are the most battle-tested team in the NFL. Give me one that's more battle-tested than them.
Oh, you ready for me?
No, I'm when I'm asking you a question right now, I want you to just give me the answer. Give me a team that's more battle-tested than the Eagles.
Rams, Chiefs.
The
Rams play in the best division in football.
Battle-tested from start to finish.
I'm sorry.
They played the Broncos.
I didn't mean to say Chiefs. The Broncos.
The Broncos aren't more battle-tested than the Eagles. The Bears aren't more battle-tested than the Eagles.
Oh, that's a good one.
They're not more battle-tested than the Eagles. And first off, when I say battle-tested, I mean they're coming away with wins against teams. The Bears lost yesterday. Their defense couldn't stop a cold. Caleb Williams was phenomenal. He was absolutely unbelievable yesterday.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable. It's not about the division. It's about the opponents. It's not about the division. It's about the opponents that they have played throughout the course of the year.
Yeah.
They came into the league and to this season with the hardest schedule in the NFL.
Yeah.
With no back-to-back home games all season long. All season long. The one game, and this is what I'm trying to tell you, the one game that the Eagles did not take away the opponent's best team was the Chicago Bears. What the Eagles do coming into the game, the defense, mind you, they take away what they're best at. That's what they're doing. They're going to make you go to your plan B and C. They're going to take away the best thing you do. They did it against the Los Angeles Rams. That was, if you want to look back, that was Matthew Stafford's worst game of the season outside of the Carolina Panthers. He was bad that game. Missing throws, getting rushed in the pocket. He was bad. He was terrible. So what happens when those touchdowns in the first half when you start settling for field goals, you gave the Eagles a chance to get back in the game, which they did. Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love couldn't do anything. We're going to get to the Green Bay Packers, by the way, because I got some stuff to say about Jordan Love. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Green Bay Packers on the road, awful place to play, right? A place that Caleb Williams just 2 weeks prior couldn't win at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't win. The Broncos, tough game that they ended up losing because exactly what I'm trying to tell you. They had a lead, got conservative. Exactly what happened yesterday. Got conservative, trying not to just turn the football over. And that is the only thing that is going to hold this team back. That conservative play. If they go up with a lead, I'm not confident. Not because I don't think they can lean on the running game and on third down passing. But the problem is the running game is going back to that predictability that I kept telling you about, that we saw. Shotgun, run to Saquon Barkley up the middle. O-line play has been horrendous all year long. The fact that any O-lineman on this team even made the Pro Bowl is a joke to what the Pro Bowl is a joke because Cam Jurgens has been awful all year long. Landon Dickerson's tape has been awful. Mailata's been getting beat like he stole something. The only one that's been consistent is Lane Johnson, and he's hurt. Everybody else has been bad. They want to go based off the names and how the offensive line has looked in the past. It ain't this year. The offensive line has been bad.
Yeah. Okay. So wait, you do know they lost to the Broncos, right?
That's what I said. They lost to the Broncos. That's what I said.
They lost to the Broncos.
Yes.
Okay.
Went on the road and in a place that they don't play, they beat Tampa.
Lost to the Bears. They lost to the Chargers.
Yes. But this is what I'm saying. That matters.
Coming out with the win. They've been losing to
when
the majority
I say
of playoffs.
That's so false.
So wait, hold on. They beat the Bills. They're gonna be in the playoffs.
The only two teams you're gonna say Chargers, Bears, and Broncos.
They beat the Packers.
Beat the Packers.
And they beat who else?
They beat the Packers. They beat the Rams. They beat Tampa. Yeah. They beat
Tampa's not gonna be in the playoffs, or they could be. I guess it could turn. Okay.
And the Tampa always plays us great. Always. Oh, they lost to the Giants, by the way. Okay. And
they lost to the Dallas up 21.
Okay, and the Patriots lost to the Raiders.
Just act like they just
Bro, when I say battle tested, who has had this schedule?
Yeah, but they're not even doing good with it.
They're 11-5, Brendan.
They're winning the games they're supposed to win. Their division is horrible. Washington's free. Dallas should be free. You threw one away. The Giants should be free. You threw one away. Like, what are you talking about? Of course they're going to – if 8 of your games, half your games are against a division that 3 of them are under 500, what do you think is going to happen? So that's 6 wins, and then you get somebody else's weak teams like the Vikings, like you beat the – what's it called? You beat the Raiders. Good. Beat the Commanders, which you're supposed to beat the Commanders. I mean, basically, you're just winning the games you're supposed to, and then there was like 2 games where you shouldn't have won that you won.
2 games that should. What team
is better than us?
Huh?
Like top to bottom. What team is better than y'all's top to bottom?
I don't think any.
So when they come in, they're always favored?
No, they weren't favored in Green Bay.
But why not? What makes it better?
The fact that that doesn't mean that they're better. That just means that the Vegas is putting Green Bay as the odds-on favorite to win because we're on the road. No.
Yeah, I don't care about. I'm not talking about odds like betting.
You're saying favorite. I say that the Eagles, roster-wise, is better than from top to bottom. Is better than anybody else in the league. Yes.
Right. Now I'm not saying they're supposed to go undefeated.
No.
But when they do play playoff teams, they're 3-3.
Okay. So what other give me another team, give me one other team in the playoffs that has just been dominating playoff teams.
Well, I'd have to look, but since we're specifically talking about the Eagles, I mean, I could look real quick while you do your thing, and then I'll tell you. I'll give you a team
that's been dominating playoff teams. Now, don't give me. Okay, don't give me the Raiders. Mind you, Patriots lost to the Raiders. Okay, they're gonna be potentially the number 1 seed in the AFC. They lost to the Raiders. So, like, if you want to give me, oh, they lost to this. Oh, but you lost to this. It happens all year round. Every single NFL season that teams lose to games that they shouldn't have, and they win games that they shouldn't have. That's how it happens. But give me another team in the NFL that has this schedule, this level of difficulty in the schedule, and has come across successful. 11-5 with a chance next week to get the number 2 seed in the NFC.
Yet again, the Rams beat 5 playoff teams.
Who? Give me
Texans.
That's a good win.
I don't think the Colts they're not going to make it.
Colts are not a playoff team. They got eliminated.
Ravens, but I don't know if they're going to make it.
Potentially also are on a playoff team.
Not yet. I mean, if they beat the Steelers, they will be.
If they beat the Steelers, they are. But have you had confidence in the Ravens? You said the Ravens stuck.
Jaguars.
Jaguars is a good one.
49ers, Seattle, Tampa Bay, possible. They lost to the Panthers.
Didn't they lose to the 49ers with Mac Jones? They lost to the 49ers with Mac Jones.
Yes, they did.
Yep. They lost to the 49ers with Mac Jones. So it's a division matchup.
And then they lost to Seattle and they lost to the Lions. No, they beat the Lions, but the Lions aren't going to make it. So they have, I mean, depending on how things go, they either have 5 or 3 wins, and they've only lost to 2, which was Seattle and, well, potentially the Panthers, and then potentially, well, no, the 49ers in it, so they lost to the 49ers too.
Mm-hmm. So they potentially could be 3-3 or 5-2 or whatever it was, right?
Just depending on who wins and what happens. Okay. But yes.
So this is what I'm saying, and this is I'm talking about clear-cut playoff teams, whatever. I'm talking about who is more. No other team in the NFL doesn't have back-to-back home games. Not one. No. All season long, we've had to go on the road after having a home game. All season long. And we've been on the road in some of the most toughest environments to play. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Back-to-back away games?
Huh?
Does that mean you haven't had back-to-back away games?
No, you're right. It's 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. So
that's not horrible though.
First off, we have had back-to-back away games. Yes, we have.
Let me see. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm tripping. I might be tripping. I don't know. But you would have to have back-to-back away games to have. I mean, back-to-back home game to have.
We don't have back-to-back home games, so we didn't have.
So that's almost not as bad as you're making it seem, because then
it isn't. It isn't bad.
You play, you get to go home. You don't got to go to the next city and wait or nothing like that. So that's kind of nice.
First off, you don't go to the next city and wait. You come home after every game anyway, and then
practice. But then you got to go back out. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you get 5 or 6 days in a row at home.
But every other team has had multiple home games in a row.
But
multiple.
Is that really an advantage?
Yes, it is. You stay home comfortable for 2 weeks. Multiple weeks. You're comfortable.
Does that really affect your play?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you only play 1 game a week. You act like you play like 8 games in a week.
Barely won. This whole barely won conversation is pissing me off so much.
I think a win is a win. A win is a win for sure.
Bro, I don't care. I don't care.
You told me the scheme looked way better 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, and in the first half, and in the first half yesterday.
I told you that you haven't seen that. And then what did they do? They came out, had the scheme going in the first, stopped doing it.
Stop doing it.
And you don't know what they're gonna do, because I'm telling you, they're not gonna sit there and try stuff in the playoffs. They're gonna be like they are right now, conservative. They just showed you what they're gonna do when they get up. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you don't know what equals you're gonna get. That's why I say I don't know.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Is that okay? Next week, right? If the Bears lose, Eagles win, they are the number 2 seed. The Eagles are the number 2 seed, right? So that means potentially 2 home games back to back in the playoffs.
Who do the Bears have?
Bears play the Lions at home. I mean, the Lions on the road, and the Lions are still going to play their starters.
I don't know why. Sit there, go,
bro. But I'm saying that's also a divisional game that the Lions, you know Dan Campbell's going to try to win that game. You're not going to sit there and just like not play everybody. And I'm not saying the Bears won't win. I have the Bears winning that game, which means the Eagles are locked into the number 3 seed anyway. But we're not going to sit here and act as if any of these other teams don't have problems. The Rams defense stinks.
Yeah, I agree.
Stinks.
Yeah, but your offense
torturable. Like 49ers defense, look at them yesterday. Buns. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. The Eagles defense
is good. Real good.
Defense.
But even though you told me they were trash at the beginning of the season.
Huh?
You didn't say trash, but you were like, they're not that good.
The only game I told you they weren't good was the Bears game.
No, you told me, you were like, they're outside of the top 10, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, dude,
they were. Statistically, they were. They've been phenomenal.
Sometimes it doesn't always say the whole thing. And that's what I was trying to.
Sometimes the offensive stats don't say the whole thing. This is my point.
No, but your offense has been consistently buns all year. Like, you had like 2 or 3 games. How many games have y'all scored 30?
Not many. But
what are you talking about?
This is what I'm trying to get through your head, man. It doesn't, if you score 30, it doesn't matter if you lose.
I get that, but I'm saying at least showing the ability.
You said what?
At least showing the ability to do it would be nice.
Brendan,
they're barely getting 20 on like the Chargers. like what?
The Chargers defense is good.
They're good, but 20 with the best wide receiver tandem.
Listen to what I'm saying. I've been on record telling you that I hate how it looks. I've been on record telling you that. It's not that I've been sitting here defending the offense all year long. I've defended a lot. I've obliterated the coaching staff because that's who I think this falls on because of that. And Jalen Hurts, once again, didn't I tell you, once again, on the podium yesterday after the game, the first thing he said was that he wished they would have maintained aggression. That is a clear result of the coaching for taking the ball out of his hands when they were grooving in the first half. You clearly see that the defense is giving up 0 points through 55 minutes. That game should have been a blowout. Yes, it should have been. Mm-hmm. It should have been. Mm-hmm. The scheme changed. Now, like I said, that's why I said the only team that can beat the Eagles in the playoffs, like come on, I don't think there's any team that's going to come into the playoffs and just beat you down. There's not one team in the NFC that can do that.
I don't know.
There's not one team in the NFC that can go into Link Financial Field or us go to them and just completely run you off the field or just blow you out. Not one team. Not one. If the games that the Eagles are going to play are all going to be close, every single one of them. Every single one. Because
I agree with that. I agree with that. I don't know.
Then I have confidence in my Super Bowl MVP quarterback, whether or not you want to put any stock in that, and the best wide receiver duo in the NFL and a top 5 running back in the NFL. I have confidence in them making the plays necessary, regardless if it looks 17-10, 17. I don't care. The one thing that the Eagles defense does is take away the best option for your team. That's what they do. That's what they do. So think about it. You already have to come into playing the Eagles with your second or third plan. You can't go on your number 1 plan, your bread and butter, what you like to do, because they're going to take it away. So the 49ers, they're not going to be. I can't see them running all over the Eagles with Christian McCaffrey. I can't see that for a consistent game, maybe a drive or 2 throughout the game. But I can't see that for 4 quarters, them being able to run the football with Christian McCaffrey consistently. The Rams, I don't see Stafford being the statue that he is and how great our defensive line is, us not causing pressure on him. I can't see that not happening.
I get all this, but then y'all got to score when y'all get these stops.
I understand, Brendan.
That's what my whole issue is. I can think you can get the stops. I don't think that that's the problem. You can't score. Like you don't score. So like you got to score at some point to win the game. So
and I have confidence in my players to do that. I have confidence.
I get you have confidence in them. I'm just saying that it doesn't look good, and especially doing it 4 times. You got to do that 4 times to win it all. I don't know that you could just trust you're going to score 17. And that's going to be enough to win every game, especially with the offense about to face.
See, this is what I'm trying to. This is what I'm saying. I don't think that you can go into the game thinking you can just score 17 to be able to win these games, because like yesterday, the Bills scored on their last 2 drives because the defense was tired. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. If These guys are
I
NFL.
what you say? I'm sorry.
Sorry. These guys are NFL coaches, okay? As incompetent as I think they are sometimes, they're NFL coaches.
Yeah.
I have confidence in the offense
Mm-hmm.
figuring it out over the court. Like they yes, they did it against inferior competition against Washington Raiders, but they did it for a half yesterday.
Okay.
They did it for a half against a great team.
Okay.
Against the team that people are picking to come out of the AFC because of their quarterback, who also was horrendous yesterday. He was bad.
Yeah, I didn't hear you said it originally.
No, that's what the point that I was getting to. That's
Who was the AFC quarterback you're talking about?
I was talking about Josh Allen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm saying yesterday.
I didn't hit the whole point because it went away.
What I'm saying is that they did it against inferior competition for 4 quarters. They had great game playing, Jalen Hurts off the move, whatever. They did it for the first half yesterday. I'm not paying attention to what Josh is saying. He's a troll. They did it for the first half yesterday in the game, up 13-0, which again, like I told you, based off that PI that they didn't call, would have been more. Yeah. They overturned a call on a catch by Devontae Smith in the second half. That would have been a completion that had the offense moving. They ended up having to be 3rd and 10 again because of that call. So like those things happen. It's not that the run scheme blocking is awful when they get that when they get that shotgun, whatever, because everybody knows it's coming. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. I have confidence in my players. Yes. Like I said, the only thing that I am worried about, is if we do jump out to a big lead, is keeping teams in the game.
Yes.
That's all I'm worried about. But I'm not saying what?
I want you to be honest, and I want to ask you something.
Okay.
Pull out a calculator real quick for me.
I got it. Got you.
All right. 33.
33.
Plus. 17.
Plus 17.
Plus 10.
Plus 10. Kind of froze a little bit. Yeah, little technical difficulties.
Plus 31.
Hold on. I after 10, I didn't hear you.
After 10?
Yeah. You got broke up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Plus 16.
Plus 16.
Plus 15.
Plus 15.
Plus 19.
Plus 19.
Plus 13.
Plus 13.
And I'm even going to throw in the 31. So plus 31.
31. Okay.
Okay. How many numbers is that?
How many numbers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right. Divide the number that they add up to by 8.
19.2. So I'm assuming that's how many points
that's the average against teams that might make it to the playoffs. So
19.
Do you think 19.2 times 4 is going to get you a Super Bowl?
Look up the numbers that the defense is giving up.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So
that's 19.25. So if you want to run what you want to run it up to 19.3.
Wait.
Fine. Either way, it doesn't really matter. But sure.
Wait, hold on.
In those games, get the defense what the defense is giving up.
Yep, I'm gonna get those for you right now. Wait, let me make sure I get the right start from the right spot. No, wait, why is this different? Hold on. It's showing me like a different year of games.
Why? Just look up.
Yeah, the Eagles beat the things. Hold on.
You just look up the schedule this year. Let me look up the schedule. So I'm getting a little bit of interference right now with Brendan. But
we're having a terrible weather storm.
That makes sense as to why it's kind of shutting off a little bit.
All right. I went to McDonald's today.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even order because they were out of power. Like, so it's like hard to do things.
Jamie's comment: the Eagles have the best roster in the league on paper, and their run to the bowl might only be possible because other teams have more problems. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. That's my point. I am not happy that it looks this way. I'm not. Don't get me misunderstood with that. I'm not happy. I am telling you that the Eagles, for sure, with the way this look, can make a run to the Super Bowl because of that defense and because these other teams have issues. Big issues that can also cost them playoff games.
I agree.
So it's not like these other teams are going to sit there with great offenses and great defenses. They either have one or the other. The Chicago Bears defense isn't good. It's not good.
Nope. They just get takeaways. That's it.
They get takeaways, and they're opportunistic. So when they don't turn the ball over, they lose games.
Yep.
So that's what happened. That's what happened against the Packers. They lose games.
So I got you the numbers. If you're
all right, give me.
Well, no. If you were finished what you're saying, that's what happened with the Packers.
That's what happened with the Packers. That's why they got absolutely obliterated against Detroit. Absolutely smoked in the beginning of the season against Detroit.
Yeah.
So the Rams also, think about how many points they have to put up. But look at the defenses they're putting that up against. They're not the defense. So they're not. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man, is that I am not happy. I am not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, like the way the offense looked, if it had to look like if they needed to go out there and score 30 points, that I feel confident that that's going to happen. No, I feel confident that the defense is going to keep you in every single game and the offense can make one or two plays to win you that. That's all I'm getting at. That's when I say that the Eagles can definitely make a run to the Super Bowl with the way the team looks right now. That's what because these other teams are not overly dominant on both sides of the ball.
No, that's facts. I agree. I agree with that 100%. I just don't think if it came to it that you could, because somebody's gonna score. I mean, you can't just sit there and be like, defense, you're gonna stop everybody.
I don't agree, man. Other teams have done it. Other teams have won Super Bowls that way.
I agree, but they were also not in this kind of passing heavy, offensive heavy era.
But like what I'm saying is my point exactly is that there was literally, you knew they were going to run the football. You couldn't stop it back then. And the defense came and played.
Yeah. But what here's the thing. Even with the only really the one with Peyton Manning, can I really say that it was just like, okay, like I know these guys they're gonna give up less than 12. Like, they might not even give
2000 Ravens.
I'm saying in recent history. That's more back in that time where you could do that. Okay,
but the Seattle Seahawks, you knew that they weren't giving up 20 like that. You knew that wasn't happening. That they weren't going to sit there and just get blown off the field. The thing is, Russell Wilson
blown off the field. That's for sure. Russell
Wilson was a game manager. He relied on his run game.
He's right? Jalen Hurts or Jalen Hurts.
So Jalen Hurts. If this year, to me every year is different. Okay. Yeah. In 2022, the 2022 season, he was phenomenal. Offensively, we were unstoppable. And defensively, we created a lot of sacks. I do think that our defense was
best quarterback that year. I agree.
2024 in the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl, outside of that one run by Saquon, the running game wasn't really going in the NFC Championship game. They came out passing the ball, and Jalen Hurts did what he had to do passing the football.
Anders.
That was Commanders, yes.
Yeah.
That was Commanders. The running game didn't really get going they were in the NFC Championship game for a reason, Brennan. Come on, stop. They blew out the Detroit Lions, who were 15-2. I'm not sitting there. They choked. They did choke, for sure. Yeah. But I told you that. You didn't want to listen to me. You said, no, Jaden Daniels, whatever. So use that against us, that he got 55-23 put on his head in the NFC Championship game. And then Super Bowl comes, and they take away Saquon Barkley. Yes, the defense was outstanding. It was. They were phenomenal. But Jalen Hurts scored touchdowns when needed to. That's what the difference was.
Fair enough.
That's what it was. Yeah. That's my point, is that I don't think, and especially if we get back-to-back home games, being the 2 seed, if we get the 2 seed next week and we get back-to-back home games and host the NFC Championship game, bruh, because realistically, can you tell me that any of those teams that are going to be the 1 seed, whether it be the Rams, 49ers, or Seattle, can't lose in the first round?
No.
What?
I can't say that.
You think?
No.
Oh, you can't say that they won't?
Yeah, they could.
Oh, okay.
This division,
right.
This NFC is full of like 1s and 2s. Like,
agree. Which is my point.
1 and 2s.
Yes. I agree. Besides, outside of the NFC South.
Besides the Tampa Bay and Carolina.
But it ain't like Carolina. It ain't like Carolina or Tampa.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. But
You know what I mean?
I think whoever wins that game is getting trounced in the.
Oh,
the next.
yeah. I'm saying, but it ain't like
you could
Carolina
lose
or
it.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not like they can't go beat.
Yeah. Yeah,
They can't go beat Seattle or the 49ers. Like it's not like they can't.
For sure. It's not
Because
a can't situation, but it's unlikely.
Like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is unlikely. Yes,
like highly unlikely.
but that's the
5,
only
that's
game.
2-6. I meant
2-6 and 3-5 and 3. 2-7 and 3-6 are going to be very, very good games.
That's a good game. Yeah,
that's going to be
2-7, right? Wouldn't 2-7 be?
It's going to be 2-7, so it's going to be. It could be Bears, Packers, or Eagles, Packers.
Yeah, that's a good. Oh, that's a good game. Yeah, who's going to get Tampa then? Oh, they get a 4 seed.
Tampa or Carolina gets the 4 seed, and they host either Seattle, Rams, or 49ers.
Hate that. They don't deserve.
But it can happen. They can win. They can win. Yo, Carolina's defense is like that, bro. I'm telling you, like their defense is really, really good.
Yeah.
Now, I don't trust Carolina offensively. I don't trust. Like, I'm not gonna say I trust Bryce Young, but it ain't like we haven't seen him beat playoff teams already this year. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like that defense will create turnovers, and if they give the offense short field, and Tampa, as much as they've been terrible and they've lost like 7 straight, if they get in, they still have Mike Evans, Ibuka, Chris Godwin, Bucky Irving, and Baker Mayfield, who can make plays to win you a game. They ain't gonna go and run, but they can win a wild card matchup for sure. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I think whoever comes out of the NFC will win the Super Bowl this year. That is my thing.
I highly agree with that.
Yeah. The AFC, when you look at it, we're going over a review. I don't want to strictly talk about the Eagles or whatever, or just the NFC. But AFC, when you look at it, I said it. If this year Josh Allen doesn't go to the Super Bowl, bro, we have to have some very, 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 very uncomfortable conversations. It is set up for him to. He is the best quarterback in the AFC, is he not? Is Josh Allen not the best quarterback in the AFC?
Drake May is a beast.
He's not better than Josh Allen.
Right now, he is for sure.
When you talk about team, whatever, sure, he has played better than Josh Allen for start to finish, but they also, again, have played no one. And then they lost a 21-point lead to Josh Allen and the Bills just a couple weeks ago.
That's true.
So,
but I think, right, this year Drake May is better, but
Josh Allen, okay, in a playoff game, you're going to tell me you're taking Drake May over Josh Allen? In a playoff game? I'm not. Like I'm not going to do
Patriot that. Over the Bills, though.
I see. I don't.
And I don't think the Bills are the team, though. I think
Denver is. I think Denver is.
Denver.
Actually, hold on. If I'm picking right now, who I'm picking to be anyone, it's Houston. Bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, that defense is out of its noggin. And CJ Stroud played the best game he's played all season long against the Chargers this past week. All CJ Stroud got to do is also be a game manager. And that defense can compete with anybody. Am I right? Now, I'm probably not going to pick Houston if they got to go on the road to Denver, but I'm still going to say that's going to be a close game. Like the AFC to me, the Patriots have not shown me enough, regardless of the record, because they haven't been tested. They've played no one. They have played no one. And in the playoffs, you're playing teams. And the first round matchup could very well be Bills and Patriots. So we get to see that right away. If that's
nice.
That could be it. I would love to see that. But I'm still gonna pick the Bills over the Patriots.
I mean,
not because what? Man, it must be thundering crazy over there. Just because whatever you like breaking up a little bit. But let me know what y'all think in the comments too. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this. Because like if you had to pick one team in the NFC or AFC and NFC and AFC to go to Super Bowl right now, who you picking? Because next week's the last week of the season. So we're gonna figure out everything. Like, and that's what I want to get into right now. I'm gonna talk to you about the 3 winner go home. Well, not winner go home, but the 3 key matchups of this week. That's gonna determine a lot. 2 winner go home games and one that's going to determine the winner of the division and the number 1 seed. Let me start off with that game. Seattle Seahawks, 49ers. Who you got in that game?
Seattle Seahawks, 49ers.
Yes.
Brock Purdy play?
He is. Played yesterday.
I ain't never
played great yesterday.
I ain't never going against my homie. Big Brock Lesnar comes through.
I'm also going to take the Niners in that game, but I'm not because of Brock Purdy.
Stop hating.
I think the 49ers are just better.
Because they got Brock?
No, because they got Christian McCaffrey, because they got, George Kittle, because they got, good offensive line. not because they have Brock Purdy.
Man, you ain't never heard of these guys unless you heard of Brock.
That's so false. That's so false. That game is Saturday night at 8 p.m. It's going to be a great game. And I'm also taking the 49ers to win that game. So I do think the 49ers are going to be the number 1 seed in the NFC.
You really? So you think they're going to take it?
I think they're going to win that game. Not because I think the 49ers are just a better team. And I don't trust Sam Darnold in a clutch game. I just don't. Like, I'll never trust Sam Darnold in a clutch game.
I don't disagree with you. I like it. I like that call.
Now, do I think the 49ers can lose their first round matchup 100% in the divisional round? Yes, I do. Whether or not whatever team comes out of that in the wild card that has to play them, whether it is Seattle or Rams or Packers or whoever has to go up to, I think any of them can beat them. So it ain't like a clear-cut thing to the NFC Championship game, but it would be cool to see them host every single game in the playoffs, being divisional, NFC, and the Super Bowl this year is in San Francisco. So that would be cool to see.
It will.
All right, so you taking the Niners in that game as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you got the Niners as the 1 seed, and the Seahawks will most likely be a 6 seed if the way I'm looking at it right, which means they could come to Philly or go to Chicago. The other game that's earlier in that day, which is Tampa Bay and Carolina in Tampa Bay. Who do you got? I'm taking the Panthers, man.
Panthers as well. As much as I want to see Ibuka in the playoffs.
As much as you want to see who in the playoffs?
Ibuka.
Oh, I mean, you're gonna lose. So, what you gonna see? A cool
Oh,
catch?
but I like Ohio State guys. You know that.
I understand. I'm a Ohio State guy too. It's just I'm not a Baker Mayfield guy. So I'm not a Baker Mayfield guy. So I just.
Why you wearing a shirt there?
Well, this is just a shirt, man. That's not. I have 2 Ohio State shirts in the closet right now. I knew you were gonna say that.
I was wondering if that was gonna come into it because, Jalen had trouble with them too. So I didn't know if you were trying to wear it as a.
Man, shut up. But I'm also gonna take the Panthers in that game, even though the Panthers just beat them a couple weeks ago. But the Bucs are just on like a 7-8 game losing streak. They just lost to the Dolphins with Quinn Ewers, and it's like they've just been losing games. They lost to the Saints. Like it's just they're just not a good football team right now. I'm gonna take the Panthers in that game, and they'll end up being the 4 seed. And then the other game that is going to determine whether or not the Ravens get a wild comeback into the playoffs or Aaron Rodgers is going to make his first playoff appearance in a couple years.
Yeah, I guess in a couple years too, yeah.
Ravens, Steelers. Who you got?
Steelers.
Nope. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens.
Give me Aaron or give me death.
I am not going to take the Steelers without a receiving core, without DK Metcalf and Austin.
You're right about that.
And a defense that is very torchable.
He low-key sold me.
They had a great opportunity to clinch yesterday against the Cleveland Browns and lost. And yes, the Browns have a great defense.
Yeah, trying to keep Myles Garrett from getting that thing cost him.
That's what they were so worried about Myles Garrett getting the sack record that they lost because they were worried about Myles Garrett. So it's like now you got to worry about Derrick Henry, who's coming off an insane game against the Green Bay Packers.
That boy was running crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Malik Willis had the highest passer rating
of any quarterback in this. Which we're gonna get to them real quick. I want to get to the Packers real quick. Okay. A lot of people are saying it too. People that watch the NFL, people that watch you know what I mean, that watch certain teams, like that watch film or whatever the case is, and they say that Malik Willis is better for the Packers offensively than Jordan Love. And I'm not going to sit there and disagree with you. I'm not going to disagree. And you're frozen right now, B.
I don't. The storm is insane.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard what I said. I said that a lot of people that watch film, a lot of NFL analysts or whatever the case is, have said, and I'm going to agree here, that Malik Willis for this offense is better for the Packers than Jordan Love. The only reason Jordan Love is going to play is because he's making $50 million, $55 million. But Malik Willis runs this offense better than Jordan Love because they can do more with Malik Willis. They put a lot more stress with Malik Willis because of his legs. Jordan Love is not a read option quarterback. He's not. And Matt LaFleur looks like he loves to run the read option with Malik Willis and Josh Jacobs. And it ain't like Malik Willis can't make some throws because he made some phenomenal throws in that game to Romeo Doubs over the last couple weeks, to Christian Watson over the middle of the field. Like, what do you think?
I mean, I've always liked Malik Willis.
Yeah.
I think you ride with the Love.
I think he's gonna ride.
He's the better
ride for the first round L though. That's what
I don't think Malik Willis is gonna change it.
I think that it presents a tougher thing for the defense, whoever defense you play. I think that presents more problems. I don't think that the Packers win their first round matchup regardless of who they get. I don't think they beat Chicago or Philly in the first round. But they did that to themselves by being the number 7 seed, truthfully. You know what I mean? And Jordan Love is a part of that because their offense has not been great outside of the game against Detroit. Just hasn't. And Malik Willis, albeit against it was against Chicago. They took Chicago to the brink, and it was a miracle pass from Caleb Williams that won them that game. And then the next week, in a great game against the Ravens, he has the best passer rating of any quarterback in the NFL in Week 17. So I just think he presents tougher issues for defenses than Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love is just going to be in the pocket. He's not going to really escape. It's just going to be like, all right, he's going to try to make some throws over the middle of the field. It's kind of more like I don't want to say like a Brock Purdy situation where like they run that level of offense, because Brock Purdy to me is more agile than Jordan Love is. But I do think that it presents a tougher thing with Malik Willis in the lineup than Jordan Love. I just do. And I just don't trust Jordan Love in a game, in a big game. He's going to turn the football over. So, that's my take on that. But I do think the Ravens are going to win this game. I think Pittsburgh did it to themselves. Derrick Henry, and regardless of, I don't care if it's Lamar or Snoop Huntley. I don't care. I don't care. If it's Tyler Huntley, Lamar Jackson, I think they're going to win anyway. And Pittsburgh did it to himself. DK definitely hurt the team because now Aaron Rodgers has really no one to throw to outside of his tight ends or his running backs, which that is very, very big recipe for disaster because you can't win that way if you don't have wideouts. I don't think Darnell Washington, is he hurt? I think he got hurt, if I'm not mistaken. Pat Fryermuth is there, but like, you know what I mean? They don't use him, which I don't understand why they don't. Darnell, let me see
they were saving him for this one.
Yeah, sure. Darnell Washington broke his arm, so he's done.
He's done for sure.
So now it's Pat Fryermuth and Kenny Gainwell. That's what you got. Go beat Baltimore. And yeah, Jaylen Warren is fine on the ground, but I don't feel confident in that at all. I feel confident in Derrick Henry running the football and that defense getting after Aaron Rodgers. That's what I feel. So I think the Ravens are going to take it, and then the Ravens will get smoked in the first round by whoever they play.
I'm about to say.
Yeah. I think Pittsburgh too, though. I don't think Pittsburgh is beaten. Well, they'll get DK back or whatever the case is, but like I think they could be like the Chargers. That's it, though. I don't think they'll beat anybody else in the first round if they have to play anybody else.
I agree.
That's how I see it. But yeah, man, I think Week 18 is going to be setting up for awesome thing, and I like how the NFL is preserving their product by putting the Eagles and the Bears at the same exact time so now both teams are forced to play their starters. And I didn't want them to rest their guys. I just didn't, because I don't think this team offensively has the luxury of just sitting guys and thinking they're just going to keep whatever rhythm. I think they have to play against Washington at least for a half and see how that Bears, and kind of look at the scoreboard, see how the Bears and Lions game is going at the same time. And if you got to pull guys because the Bears are, did you hear what I was saying?
You said you like how the NFL is preserving their product?
Yeah, by putting the Eagles and the Eagles and the Bears at the same time, forcing them to have to play their starters.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think that the starters should sit anyway, because I don't think this offense has the luxury of just sitting guys and we're gonna be fine, we're gonna be cool.
What's it gonna be like that though?
Huh?
It was always gonna be like that, right?
What?
The schedule was made at the beginning of the year, so they had them playing.
Oh, no. At the week 17 and week 18 games are flex time wise. It's always TBD in week 18. They add the times at the end of week 17. Yeah. You know what day you're gonna play, you just don't know what time you're gonna play.
Oh, okay. That's the flex of it. Okay, I see.
Yeah. Like they flex games like 2 weeks in advance, because obviously you can't flex a game and put a team on a short week on a Saturday. You know what I mean? The week of, you can't do that. You know what I mean? But time wise, yeah, like they knew the Bears and Eagles were going to play at the same time, at the same day. They just didn't know what time. Like, had it not mattered and the Bears won yesterday, Eagles would have locked into the 3 seed, which means it probably would have been one at 1 o'clock, one at 4:30. Not really, doesn't really matter. But now they're both at 4:30, and regardless, you play the starters. I'm hoping they play the starters. I don't care if it's against Washington. I'm just hoping they play the starters and kind of see how that Detroit Bears game is going. And if you got to pull everybody because Bears are winning, then so be it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But at least keep the offense in a rhythm. I don't think they have. I don't think they have. Huh?
Rhythm.
Or get a rhythm. How about that? Or like find anything.
Find something. Do something else.
So yeah, man. All right. That was a good segment. All right. Cannot wait for the playoffs in 2 weeks. Again, we're going to be streaming a lot of those games that we possibly can.
Yeah.
The 2 Saturday games that are is it 2 Saturday games, I think, 3 Sunday games, and then a Monday night football game in the wild card round is going to be awesome. So,
and we should look at one of the college football ones too.
Yeah, especially what?
If Ohio State wins on New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah,
they have Miami.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
No birds. No, I can't stream this game. I can't stream the games with Brendan anymore. The Eagles games at least. Unless it's like Super Bowl. I don't have anything planned. I just can't do it with Brendan. My blood pressure rises throughout the game, and we've seen 2 of the worst games that the Eagles have played all season long on the streams. I just can't do it.
Those 2 games were buns.
I'd rather stress about it in private with my family and do a recap on it afterwards, rather than just be on stream here getting trolled by everyone. And you know what I mean? I'd rather just that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Brandon, I'm gonna let you start this segment off. This next one.
Yes.
What I'll be honest, I didn't watch one NBA Christmas game.
Yes.
Reason being, again, I don't like the NBA. I just don't.
I don't either. But I will watch these like.
I watched the Sixers over the last couple. I'm just saying, I watch Sixers games. I just don't watch NBA games. Peace out, Josh. Thanks for tuning in, Josh. Happy New Year, bro.
Yes, thank you. Hey, I wanted to talk about this NBA Christmas. I thought this NBA Christmas was fantastic. Outside of the Warriors and Mavericks game, I think it was supposed to be better than it was. Then it turned out to be, so whatever. But the Knicks Cavs game, I watched that full all the way through. Cavs sold the bag in the 4th quarter. That was
I saw the last couple minutes.
Bro, it was horrible. Bro, I mean, Mitchell Robinson was rebounding the heck out of Jared Allen, and it was killing us. There was like a time frame in the 3rd quarter where he got like 6 or 7 offensive rebounds in a row, bro. It was like, all right, bro, like now you're tripping. So then the Knicks end up walking down the Cavs. They were down 15 in the 4th and walked them down. Donovan Mitchell played fantastic. Nobody. I guess Garland was good too. Yeah, I think Garland was good too. What do you have? He had no, Garland, yeah, 20 and 10. Mobley, 14, 9 and 3. And then Donovan Mitchell was 34, 7 and 6. He was fantastic. But yeah, I mean, they ended up selling him at the end of the day. They sold the thing. But the game I want to get to, and listen, we got to start having a serious conversation about this guy. Nikola Jokic. I'm at a loss for words at how good this guy is. Mm-hmm. So like that Christmas Day game, they won. The Nuggets won 142-138 in overtime against the Wolves. So not a bad team by any means. Two really good teams facing off against each other. Mm-hmm. Jokic is down 3 starters. Mm-hmm. So 3 of the starters did not play. So it's basically him and Jamal, and then they had PJ Watson. I'm sorry, Peyton Watson. Sorry. Tim Hardaway Jr. And Jokic goes for 56, 16, and 15. Now, that's already crazy right there. You're talking about 56 points, 16 rebounds, and 15 assists for a center. 43 minutes. Mm-hmm. With the last 2 minutes and 53 seconds of overtime. Mm-hmm. He scored 18 points in the last 2 minutes and 53 seconds of overtime. They were down 9 and won the game in the last 2 minutes and 53 seconds.
Because of him.
This dude is unreal. And Murray had a great game too. I think the stat is this is the first duo to have 90 points and 25 assists.
That's insane.
Because Murray had 35 and 10.
That's wild.
So think about that. You had 2 guys with double-digit assists and 30-plus points with one dude with over 50. Mm-hmm. Like that's so. And I was presenting this to Caleb earlier when I was presenting this topic. I think that is the greatest individual performance from a player on a Christmas Day game than we've ever seen. And yeah, people are gonna go way back. They're gonna go, okay, well, 1961.
No,
Which Chamberlain went first? I think it was 60 and 30 or something like that. It was crazy.
Not listening.
And then I think Moses Malone had a 60-point double-double.
Again,
in like the 80s.
That I've seen. I hadn't.
Yeah,
seen
but yeah. as far I think this was the greatest individual performance we've ever seen from anybody. And I think Jokic is second all time in Christmas Day points. He might be third. LeBron is second, and he's
already.
Third. Yeah. You got to think like, because remember, there's only 4 games on Christmas. So like, even if you play 20 years,
no, there's 5 games.
10:30. No,
it's 12, 2, 5, 8, 10.
Okay, 5 games. So that's 10 teams playing. But you got to think, you got to be one of those 10 teams every year.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that you can have star players that just don't play. They only play 4 or 5 Christmas games.
That's good. That's a good point.
In their career. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to play on Christmas. Like, but and so it's like, I mean, this guy's just like, he's just unreal. His highest PER of all time. One of the best passers, the best passer in the league, currently. And then on top of that, being the best rebounder in the league, and then being like top 5 in scoring, and leading the decade in assists, steals, rebounds, and points. Like no one's ever led in 4 categories for a decade, and he's doing it now. And it's just the consistent dominance. The dude's never out. He never misses a game. I've never seen it. Nikola Jokic is out because he's hurt. Not gonna he has ISPR. The only real thing you could say is he's not the greatest defender, which I'm not.
You're not really like gonna hold it against him too much.
No, here's the thing when people say that is they only look at it like, oh, he doesn't block shots, but he's 7 feet. Okay, he doesn't block shots, but he gets his hands on steals. Like I said, he led the decade in steals. Like you don't have guards should be doing that. He's doing that.
Having a little bit of technical difficulties on my end. As far as he looks like he's shortening out a little bit.
He's an IQ defender. He's not a like get up in your face Kevin Garnett or like he's not that. He's just gonna be smart. He's gonna be in the right spot. He's gonna be in the way. And then he's one of the greatest possession enders, which to end a possession you got to get the rebound. So like you can do all this blocking shots and stuff, you don't get the rebound, and they still gonna score. Right? It doesn't matter. So he's a possession ender because he's gonna get that board. And he's the best passer in basketball. He's one of the most efficient scorers in basketball. He did all this shooting like 70%. Like
that's crazy.
Like come on, bro. Like you just there's nothing you could do with this dude, bro. And then it's not like he was just having a fantastic game and the other team was just laying down. Julius Randle had 32, 7, and 6, and Anthony Edwards was 44, 6, and 3. So it's like, bro, like this matchup was fantastic. The shot that Anthony Edwards hit to send it to overtime, that was amazing. The Wolves were down. They were down. They went on like a 30-something to like 12 run,
right?
To even come back to tie the game up at the end of the game, and then they were up 9 in the overtime. I mean, it was just amazing, and I think, in my opinion, this was the best Christmas Day game I've ever seen. Now, Caleb brought up a good point. I thought of this game, but I was like, man, like, I don't know the tops and turns, all that. The Christmas Day game.
I'm not gonna argue with you that was the greatest individual performance, but game with the amount of stars that were in it as well, and just how the game ended up unfolding, that was the best game I've ever seen on Christmas. That Cavs 2017 Cavs Warriors Christmas game, that was insane.
I wonder what the highest viewed one is.
Let me look that up right now.
Hey, look, I looked up. I just put it in Christmas game NBA best. Guess who came up?
That game?
Jokic.
No, they probably talking about individual though.
And then Wilt. Remember I said Wilt in 1961. He had 59 and 36. Golly,
bro.
What do you think it's like to pull up to the court and be like, man, you know what? Let me get 50 and 30 real quick. Get up out of here.
And then just go home. Just go home and just like live a normal life. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. The highest viewed NBA Christmas game is Lakers Golden State in 2024 last year.
Really?
And yeah, it was only 8.32 million. That's crazy. And NFL Christmas games are like 15 million. that's
so, do they always play on Christmas, by the way?
No, the last 3 years they have.
Yeah, because they probably got some money.
The last 2 years, sorry. The last 2 years they've had Christmas
games. They're probably getting some money for that.
Bro, but think about it, right? Think about this. I want to obviously, I respect Jokic. Jokic is, as far as who I've seen in their prime, the best center I've seen in their prime.
Facts.
Shaq was a little bit earlier on than, like, prime wise, earlier on than me. I saw Shaq play, but at the end of his career.
Yeah, more towards back in, yeah.
But, like, I never saw any of the greatest. Like, talented, like, this guy's unbelievable. This guy is absolutely unreal. And like I said, I don't watch many NBA games. Like, I watch highlights. I hate sitting there. As much as people say the same thing about baseball, I hate sitting there in front of an NBA game and just watching NBA basketball. I don't like it. Like, it's very, very annoying. But there are. Go ahead.
No, you.
Like,
I agree with you. I was just gonna. I agree. It's tough to sit down and watch that.
Yeah, like I don't want to watch teams chuck up 53s a game and like play negative defense, and then like you got a 20-point lead and you lose it because all you're doing is settling for terrible shots. There's no controlled possession. There's none of that. There's none of that. And the only time I see these guys play hard is the last 5 minutes of a fourth quarter where the game is close. So that's annoying. So I don't watch many games. I'll watch the Sixers games when I can, but I'm not. And playoff games I'll watch, but I don't enjoy it. And that's why, like, I sat there and watched all the NFL Christmas games, as terrible as they were, rather than the NBA Christmas games, because I enjoy football more than the NBA. Now, there are exceptions I will make. I'll watch Jokic play as much as I can. I'll watch Anthony Edwards play as much as I can. I love watching those guys, and then I watch Tyrese Maxey. Like, I watch players that I enjoy, but I can't sit there, and I'm only watching for them. I'm not watching because, like, oh, these two great teams. I'm not watching for that anymore.
Watch Oklahoma City Thunder and Spurs game.
And Spurs, yes, that game I watched. But I'm saying though, but like I'm more like hate watching the Spurs though. That's like what I'm doing. Like, you know what I mean? Because like
Spurs?
I'm not. It's not that I don't. It's not that I don't. I respect Shea. Shea's is an amazing player.
Oh, you're talking about the Thunder then?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Thunder as a whole. I think they're just corny. I think they're like.
Wait. You said you don't like to watch the Spurs play?
No. I don't I don't like to watch the Thunder play.
Oh, you meant to say Thunder. Okay, that's what. Okay.
I like to watch the Spurs.
Yeah, I like okay. I was gonna say, dang, like
I like Dylan Harper. I like Wemby. I like De'Aaron Fox. Like I like their.
Yeah, I agree. And they've been beating the brakes off of them.
Yeah, I don't like the Thunder. I just don't. I like Shea.
I agree.
I like Shea. I don't like the Thunder though. Like
I don't like. I like.
He's still averaging 33. I ain't nothing I can say about it. He averaged 33. Ain't nothing.
I want to make it. I like the idea of Shea. I think he has a nice game. I'm not with all the other stuff. I wish he would play basketball.
Yes, play basketball
a little bit more. Because he's actually really, really good. But he's kind of a part of the problem. And like when James Harden did it, I think it was a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense where, like, James had to actually like draw stuff. Like he had to like get you to reach in or put your hand on his thing, and he would go up and do the thing. But like Shea's like actively going out of his way to like make contact with people.
And he's still getting
and he's getting the foul calls. Like it's like, come on. Like
I don't like that.
One time he stuck his leg out and tripped the dude.
And the dude got called for a foul.
Like, yep, gotcha. What? What did I do? So it's like that's the stuff. But that's on the NBA. And then I don't like how they let the Thunder play. They let the Thunder. This is how basketball should be played. The way the Thunder plays is how basketball should be played.
But they don't let anybody else play that way.
They don't let anybody else do it.
That's what my point is. They like, bro, the Spurs boy had cotton up his nose, bloody, whatever, and who shot more free throws? Like, bro, they beat everybody up. And then any team that tries to get physical with them, you know what I'm saying? Any team that tries to get physical with them, it's like now you're getting called for a foul. It's like, bro, that's just pathetic. I think it's just pathetic. You kind of like short it out again a little bit. So I'm just waiting for you to kind of. Technical difficulties again. Well, got you right here.
But
I was saying that.
the storm is working out on our boxes and stuff.
Bro, it's like you'll be good for a little bit, and then you just like stop for like 30 seconds, and then just come back on. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you. We're good. Sorry about this, guys. You good? Let me know if you're good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Huh, I can't hear you.
Can't hear me? All right, let's no. Yep. Let me know in the chat, y'all. Can y'all hear me in the chat? Can y'all hear me in the chat? Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me. Sorry, we're going through some like bad weather storm right now. Brandon's having some technical difficulties right now, but yeah, man. I just I'm just not one. I'm not one for NBA. I'm just not like I can't stand how they let these dudes play. And then like the way the game is played now with all these 3-pointers being chucked up with, you know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. With all these 3-pointers getting chucked up and stuff, and you good?
Yep.
All right. I'm just saying, man. Like, I just think it's just I'd rather, and because you could tell a lot of other sports fans are the same way. Like the NBA ratings are down for a reason. They just are, and they
part
don't
of it is they're tearing us apart, putting all the stuff behind all the paywalls. You got to have NBA TV for certain games. You got to have your local network for other games. You got to have TNT. You got to have cable for other games. It's like you're tearing us apart, bro.
They're doing it for the NFL too, though, and people are paying for that.
Yeah, well, it's a better product.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a mixture of a lot of things. Like baseball has just done 76 million attendance the last 3 years in a row,
bro.
So even they're coming back a little bit.
Coming back, and it's like it's only gonna go up now more. Like obviously, like now you gotta have Apple TV for like some of those Friday night games throughout the course of the year, and I have Apple TV, so like, but like I'm gonna watch like football. I don't care if the two worst teams are playing. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I can't watch even two of the best NBA teams going at it sometimes. Like it's like, bro, it's just annoying. Like it's just boring basketball, man. I can't stand the way the game is played now. I'm
telling you, there's some rule changes they can make that would change all that.
What we talked about the other day?
No defensive 3 seconds.
Okay.
That'll bring back centers.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And it'll bring back the mid-range because guards won't just be able to go to the rim and dunk on people because they got to move out of the paint and come back and move out it will bring back.
But don't you think they'll just settle for more threes?
No.
Why?
No. Because now I can play you high because you're not going to the paint.
Okay. I give you that.
Right. Yep. So you're going to see more post games. Mm-hmm. You're going to see better defensive because they're going to be able to defend the rim. So they're not going to they can't just chuck threes. I'm telling you, it's hard to do that. When the paint is not clear. The reason you can do it is because I'm basically one-on-one. I'm on an island because everybody else is spaced out. They could bring back hand checking.
Yeah.
So that way, and it's one hand only, so you can't put two. Once you put two, it's a foul. I'm fine with that. But if you got one hand on them, you are legally allowed to steer them away. That would be nice. You'll see more footwork, skill, stuff like that of that nature.
Like you have to be skillful to get a bucket.
Yes.
You can score.
Get rid of they have to loosen the flagrant foul things.
Loosen it?
Yeah, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like everything's a flagrant foul. Everything's getting reviewed for a flagrant foul.
Yeah, no, like this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Obviously, blatant stuff, get them.
Yeah.
Like when Anthony Edwards put his hand on Shea's back, he gave him a little push. I'm not saying he didn't, but they called a flagrant on that. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, we're not even trying to play basketball anymore. Yeah. But like, I'm cool with the elbows to the head. If you get an elbow to the head, automatic flagrant. I'm cool with the hands to the face. As long as it was with no attempt at the ball, flagrant. Bridging somebody. So if they're coming to the paint and you go under their legs.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
Those are flagrants. Fair. But like, come on.
Now I do think that the difference. Everybody's saying, like, "Oh, you can't even hit nobody in football now." It's like, okay, you can, but they're doing it to prevent the injury. They're doing it to prevent dudes from getting annihilated. Like concussions are real. Guys are still getting concussed with the rules that or whatever because it's a hard barbaric sport. And but is. I do the roughing the passers are a little bit crazy to me.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Those are ridiculous. And the pass interferences where if it's overthrown, it's not considered a flag. It should be the same way if it's underthrown by 10 yards. There's no reason that a quarterback is getting bailed out, great coverage, 6 seconds in coverage, and he just launches it up, and it's 10 yards underthrown. But because the guy makes an attempt to just come back to the ball, it's a flag. I don't like that because it's underthrown. He wasn't catching it anyway. But like, dude is literally running. He's trying to defend, and then the ball's underthrown, and the dude just runs back into him, and he has like, oh, look back for the ball. No, there's instances where, yes, he's impeding the receiver to make the catch. Not a ball that's 10 yards underthrown. Not a ball that was caught anyway.
You know I know what you mean. That's a little ridiculous too.
It's the PI that isn't consistent, and the roughing the passers that are pathetic. Everything else, I'm cool with. You can't hit nobody to the head that's defenseless. I'm cool with that. Yes, it does put a pressure on the defenders of like, what do you expect me to do? I'm running full speed, but it's like, dude, you can't hit nobody in the head. That's just what it is. You just can't.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I think that those are fine. It does, like, when it happens to your team, it's like, oh, dang. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is he supposed to do? You say, it's like, what is he supposed to do? But it's like, if it was the other way around to your team, you would want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's how it is. But
definitely protect the players. So if it's protecting the players, sure. But basketball has nothing to protect them from.
No, it's like you're getting rid of hand checking. What was that? That's gonna jam their finger. What are we doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and then the 3 seconds, I think would be nice too.
That would be
no
cool.
No defensive 3 seconds. Keep offensive.
Offensive 3 seconds, yes, but no defensive 3 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, because now you're just removing a key position on a floor, basically.
And you know what? It also keeps people from just you know why I would stop them from chucking threes?
What?
Because the reason you could chuck threes and have a small team is because you get a chance to just run in and grab the rebound, like a long rebound. But there's a big in there, you get one shot at it, they're not going to be able to chuck three. You know what I mean? They got to take good ones because you might only get one shot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's going to eliminate offensive rebounds. But I'm going to say, but it's going to definitely help make it more difficult. Mm-hmm. And then that means teams will look for more open shots.
Bro, and then the whole like a defender's on your back or whatever, and you just jump back into him, and that's a foul on the defender. Dog, Jalen Brunson does it all the time, man. It's so like, and Shea, like, yes, you're in a bad position as a defender, but like, if I'm not touching you and you just stop and just go like this with your head and you hit me, I get the foul call. It's like, and then what Shea does, he goes into the rim, has a layup, and he just decides to put his shoulder into somebody, and it's a and it's a foul.
But then they let Lou Dort grab your arms and hold you.
Oh, no foul.
Alex Caruso, they get to do whatever they want. They just be like, oh, he's just too big. Jokic should just be able to play through it.
Yeah, nah,
but then if Jokic want to say, you know what, Caruso, I'm gonna pin your arms down. Now all of a sudden it's a foul.
Right. Yeah.
And then I hate this. They be like, oh, that's great defense. What do you mean?
Dog. They're like, oh, they're the best defensive team in the NBA. Is that it's easy to play defense when you can manhandle everybody and everybody else can't do it. You.
But I would just say open that up to everybody. I would love that.
Everybody do it. Yeah. I'm not saying don't stop it. I'm saying let everybody else do it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Encourage it, honestly.
Yeah, it's like I'm not saying just fight everybody on the court. I'm saying let them be physical. Let everybody be able to have the same physicality. There's
exactly.
That's all I'm trying to get at. Like this is same thing with NFL is like let these calls be consistent. Let the calls be consistent. Stop. Like yesterday, Jalen Hurts is running out of bounds, gets the first down, is 4 yards out of bounds and gets pummeled out of bounds. Line judge is right there. Just don't even throw the flag. And everybody's looking around like, what the heck?
That's a good hit, baby.
Mahomes or Joe Burrow, do you think he's getting a flag?
Good hit. You got to be a top 5 for that call. You're not top 5.
What the heck? See, this is that's all that favoritism stuff you got.
That's a top 5 call. That's what you're supposed to do.
Josh Allen. No, it's a call. It's a call. Whether it's Sam Howell or Jalen Hurts, it's a flag.
Nah. You tripping.
No, it is.
Nah, because then we got to call it. Nah.
Yeah, you got to call it every
time. You got to be good.
You
show me you're good, you get those calls.
You're pathetic with this, dog. I can't wait. Yo, bro, I'm telling you right now. Let these dudes go to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be insufferable on this podcast.
You are gonna be insufferable. I was just gonna say that.
I'm gonna be insufferable on this.
But let them lose.
Let them lose. Depending how they lose. If it's a Jalen Hurts Chargers game, you can say all you want. I ain't gonna be able to have nothing to say.
Honestly, it ain't gonna matter what kind of game it is. If it's 98, if it's 98, 97. Wait, what's the highest scoring NFL game?
Has to be. I think that Rams
Chiefs
game,
game, the 56-55?
Yep, I
50,
think it's
56 something.
I gotta be that one. What is the highest scoring NFL?
That was a crazy game though. That's a rare game that I've actually sat there and watched because there was so much going on, bro.
Oh no, it was in 1966. It was the Redskins and the Giants, 72-41.
Hey, bro, what's up with everybody in like 1960 just letting everybody loose, bro? Bro, they letting Wilt get 59 and 36.
Yeah, bro.
They scoring 70 and giving up 40.
The highest Super Bowl was Eagles Patriots in 2017, which was Eagles 41, Patriots 33. That was the highest Super Bowl.
That was right. Hey, I actually like the Eagles.
That's crazy.
I wanted the Eagles to win that too, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't want Tom Brady to win that.
Oh, were you a Brady hater?
No.
Oh, you just don't want Brady to win.
I just like the story. Remember, I don't have no. Once it leaves the Colts and Aaron Rodgers and Cleveland, which Cleveland's never in it, so it's really just the Colts and Aaron Rodgers.
So who this year?
I just want the story. Huh? I want Stafford to win it.
You want Stafford to win it?
Yeah, it would be like he's already a Hall of Famer to me. This would make him undeniable.
If he wins MVP and a Super Bowl this year? Yeah.
Yes, this would be undeniable. Now you can't even like make a case
now, truthfully.
I don't know. So I've seen some people be like, you can't Calvin Johnson. I've seen some people be like, huh?
You had him and Calvin Johnson and then me and you on the rest of his team.
That's what I say, but I mean, they act like the 4,000 yards didn't really count.
Phillip Rivers never won, and they talking about he's a Hall of Famer.
And they called him a choker.
No, Phillip Rivers never won, and he's going to be on Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's going to Hall of Fame too.
So it's like Stafford.
Yeah, 5 more years now though.
Stafford already won one. And like now he's having an MVP level season at like 39 or 40. He's walking a Hall of Fame right now.
Yeah, so, no, I am not.
People are denying.
I've just seen. I'm just reading.
Yeah.
People were arguing like him and Drake May, and they were like, Stafford is blah 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 blah. He's got Puka and Devontae, like who couldn't do it.
It's
stuff like that.
It's not even close. Matthew Stafford is the MVP of the NFL this year, and it's not close. The numbers he's going to have after tonight's game, and I don't think he's going to play next week if the seeding doesn't matter. Look at these numbers, bro. Matt Stafford stats.
So Drake May does lead in QBR,
bro,
and he does have a really high completion. He has a higher completion percentage.
Stafford is about to have like 43 to 4,400 yards passing.
Mm-hmm.
40. He has 40 touchdowns right now. So say he hits another 2 or 3 today, 43 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. And 2 of them came in one game to the Carolina Panthers. So he's winning.
I mean, I have Stafford winning it, and I really don't think it's that close either.
Drake May has been a great story. This is like the Jaden Daniels thing to me that I told you about from last year. That's how it is for me. Like Drake May has 4,200 yards passing, which is a lot of passing yards.
That's a lot of passing yards.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Stafford's going to surpass him, but then he has 30 touchdowns to 8 picks. They had the same exact passer rating. So,
well, you think he's going to sit? Because he might.
If they have a chance at the 1 seed, no. Which they do have a chance at the 1 seed. So
he might not pass him in that.
No.
So Drake May will lead in yards and QBR.
And then Stafford's going to lead in touchdowns to interception ratio and rating.
Touchdowns. He's going to lead it. And what? Oh, pass rating, yeah.
Rating, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It just depends on what you value, but I personally have Stafford.
Yeah.
And I really don't think it's that close.
Yeah.
It's like Stafford, distant second, and then those second to third is closer than first to second is.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I agree. But I got Stafford winning, and
me too.
He could solidify that tonight. Truthfully, he just can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like I'm just look. NFL wise, dude. I think this is I want to say the best NFL season that I've seen in a while. Reason being is because there is no clear cut favorite to win this.
That is very true. I have to agree with that. I don't see anybody who's just like, you know what, you guys are just too good. Like the Eagles have the roster to be that, but they're not playing like that. The Rams have the offense to do it, but they don't have the defense. The 49ers have the defense to do it, but the offense is like come and go. The Bears have the offense and the takeaways, but they don't have the consistent stops and because it's just like everybody has a flaw that can be exploited by the other teams, and it really is going to come down to who can just figure out a way to win. The both sides of the row. Like Denver's really good defensively. And then offensively, Bo Nix he's good. But I mean, I don't know. He's not the greatest. The Patriots. Do you think the Patriots have a chance?
Of course, they have a chance in the AFC to get to
the
Super Bowl.
No, like a legit like they're like okay. If you had to rank the teams from one that
I'll do it right now. In the AFC, this is who I got right now: Denver, Houston, Jacksonville, Bills, Patriots. I think Patriots are 5 to me.
Whoa.
Reason being, Trevor Lawrence has been playing out of his mind this
year.
Out
of his mind.
Liam Coleman has been amazing for them. And their defense is like Chicago, but better on the back end. They create a lot of turnovers, and they're very, very good. And
the Texans too, though?
Yes. That defense, to me, surpasses Denver right now. They just do. They're better than Denver right now. Defensively, I trust them. I don't really like both offenses, but if I wanted to say I trust Bo Nix slightly more than CJ Stroud, and just because they have more on offense, you know, they have a good running game with Harvey. They have Sutton. They have Troy Franklin. They got a good offensive line. Like, they have more. And if it goes through Denver, I'm going to pick Denver slightly. But quarterback-wise, Josh Allen's supposed to be the guy. This is the year Josh Allen's supposed to go to the Super Bowl. He just is. You don't have Mahomes in your way. You might have to play Lamar in the first round, but the Ravens aren't good. So you are the big dog in the AFC. You're a reigning MVP. Like, there is no reason why you shouldn't make the Super Bowl this year. And if they lose in the first round, we got some tough conversations to have. Now, team-wise, I just like those teams better than the Patriots. Drake May, to me, has been playing the second-best quarterback in the NFL this year, but that defense isn't good, bro. That Patriots defense isn't good. Their offense is run dominant with Henderson and Stevenson. Diggs has been playing really well, helping Drake May out, but I just haven't. Okay, all I'm saying is I haven't seen them against a great team.
You're right. They had a softer schedule the whole year.
Yes, and if they do it round one against a great team, whatever, now I'm like, all right, now the Patriots got a serious chance. But I just haven't seen it, so that's why I got them at 5. That's all it is. Like, I've seen Houston shut down great offenses. I've seen Denver shut down great offenses. I've seen Bills have to put up a lot of points to win games against great defenses. So, like, you know what I mean? So it's like I've seen it more from those other teams.
Yeah.
And
is getting a stop more personnel or scheme?
Getting a stop?
Yeah, because like it seems like why can't you be a good defensive team? Like, what keeps you from? What makes you like? These are NFL players. Like, they're like, what is truly the separator?
I think it's scheme. I think it's more scheme than personnel, because look at Brian Flores with the Minnesota Vikings defense. Like, personnel wise, they're not all that. You know what I mean?
Let's see what makes them not all that.
Like, the players on the field aren't like crazy names. Like, they don't have their number one cornerback's Isaiah Rodgers. He's been a journeyman throughout the league. Like, Harrison Smith is the best player on their defense. He's a vet, very good, most interceptions of any active player. But then defensive line wise, it's like, okay, linebackers is like, you got Van Ginkel, who's good. He is good, but they're not all world players though. Brian Flores scheme wise makes them crazy. And then when you look at when you look at the Houston Texans, they have an all-world corner, Derek Stingley. They have all-world defensive lineman and Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter. And then it's like, okay, outside of that, what do we got?
Yeah.
And then D'Amico Ryans makes them scheme-wise that much better because of their scheme. That's all I'm
saying.
saying.
How many misses do you think there is? So, like, what I mean by that is, like, they drafted somebody that somebody else should have got a chance. Because, like, it seems like how do you have players that just aren't good? Like,
because the game from college to the NFL is a lot different, man. And it's just like I'm just saying, like, and sometimes situation matters for these guys. Like, look at Sam Darnold. Everybody thought he was out of the league until he went to Minnesota. Got a great
see what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's just crazy. Like, could Gardner Minshew be a beast if he was with someone else?
Heck no. Heck no. There's certain guys that you're just like,
but see what I'm saying? But then how is he in the league?
Just because he's just like he'll go to college and be the Heisman Trophy winner. Like, it's just that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he will be better than any quarterback in college.
But
like,
then that doesn't make any sense.
It does though, Brennan. Like, it just does. Like, guys in college are very, very good until they get put with grown men that have done this for quite some time, and it's different. It is a different game. The game is faster. The game speeds up. Some guys can't control the pressure, can't handle the pressure. Some guys, it's just a lot of different factors. Some guys just like arm talent wise aren't the best at quarterback. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they need a great situation. Some like Brock Purdy, he got drafted to the great situation in San Francisco. Like, it just was. He just is.
And he ain't that crazy. Like, individual.
No, individual. It's like when he was at Iowa or wherever he was, it was like, all right, you know, he's a Mr. Relevant for a reason. And then he comes here and it's like, oh, they got a guy who can run the system perfectly. It's like, okay, cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but then there's certain guys who are just all world. Like, all world. Patrick Mahomes is all world. Like, those guys are just different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
go ahead.
When you come to the regular player, the average player, like, you look at an average player. Who's like, to me, an average player is like, give me an example. Like Rico Dowdle is an average player. Like, I don't think he sucks. I don't think he's phenomenal. I don't think he's great. I just think he's an average running back. But in the scheme in Carolina, he's looking better than what I think he is, because look how he was in Dallas. Wasn't that good. They didn't re-sign him for a reason. You know what I mean? So it's like, it all changes, man. Like, it's just different. You know what I mean? Like, freaking DeMarcus.
Could anybody be a star?
No, I don't think anybody could be a star.
If put in their perfect scheme with the perfect coaching.
A star or superstar?
Yeah, so like, let's say you put a lineman that's on the worst line in the league and you put them next to Lane Johnson, next to somebody else. That's
what happened with Mekhi Becton. That's why he got paid. Mekhi Becton was with the Gents. Everybody thought he was out of the league, and he comes to be with us, and we win a Super Bowl because he's one of the best he was the best right guard in the NFL last year. So it's like,
see now, so everybody has a chance to be a star then.
I think with the proper development or whatever. I think quarterback is different though. I think like everybody could be a star quarterback. Because like, if you,
I think so. You give everybody enough starts. You give them like 20, 25 starts to like fail.
I don't think Gardner Minshew could be a star anywhere. I don't think Gardner Minshew could be a star anywhere. I don't think
fair enough.
Charles Okunwu can be a star anywhere. Like, I don't think Kenny Pickett can be a star anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain guys I'm not gonna say they can be stars. Like,
but how did you know Tom Brady was gonna be one?
I didn't until you showed me.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta like.
But Tom Brady's the GOAT. So it's like,
yeah, but he didn't even play.
Yeah, but he won 3 Super Bowls.
But he didn't even play, is what I'm saying. He barely played college football.
I know.
So how would you know that he got put in the perfect situation?
It was a perfect situation for him.
But Tom Brady probably individually is not that great, or wasn't that great in college at least.
No, I know. I'm with you. I'm with you.
But so, do you see how I'm saying though? Like, could anybody potentially be a star? Like, if you put Huntley with like Kyle Shanahan.
No, I don't think so. No, I think there's certain guys, like, I don't think Zach Wilson can go do what Brock Purdy's doing. I just don't. Maybe. I think IQ matters. I think pressure matters. I think like yeah, the arm talent's there. I think Cam Ward could do what Brock Purdy's doing, because Cam Ward, shout out.
He's
Cam
a beast.
Ward,
he's good.
Surround him with something. and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Tennessee poverty organization, but I saw that game against the Saints, bro.
Yeah.
He throws some ridiculous throws that you're like, what?
He's kind of big too, is he not? He'd be
big,
like throwing people off like live.
Yes, and then throws sidearm 80 yards across the field. It's like,
yeah,
what?
yeah. Like he'd be throwing people like there was. I saw the Browns dude was like hanging on him like this, and he like, ugh, and then threw it away.
Huh? Like, and then completed the pass.
Did he complete it? I thought he threw it away.
No, I think he completed the pass, bro. Yo, yesterday, bro, against the Saints, he's literally like running whatever, gets sacked, basically got sacked, shrugged the guy off of him, stepped up in the pocket, surrounded by 3 guys, falling to the ground, sidearms it for a 4th down completion. I'm like, and the dude was
playing some ball.
Yo, I want to see him in a great situation because he's already shown in a bad situation.
I'm glad you said that. Now, I have a question for you, and this was brought up in Players' Choice podcast, so shout out to them. They were discussing this like the draft rules.
Yes.
Do you think instead of it's horrible when like let's say like LeBron instead of going to Cleveland #1 in 2003, he goes to the Lakers. So he's playing with Shaq, Kobe, and now LeBron too. Do you hate the idea of like teams that are already good getting the #1 or higher or high picks in the draft over bad teams? Now, let me make my argument really quickly for why.
Talked about this. Remember that situation Jamie brought up? Remember I talked to you about it? That there was a proposal that he brought up, and that would make teams not tank.
Yes, like, yes. Kind of in that same. But I'm saying even more in depth than that. Like instead of the worst teams get the best chance at the draft, maybe it's just being like literally random. So you could literally like OKC could win the championship,
you get the first pick,
and then next year have the first pick.
I'm not opposed to that
because, and here's why I would like, because when you get drafted to you're a really good player, you get drafted to a really bad situation. Most of the time, those really bad situations, you end up being really bad or looking worse than you are. And so for 5 years, you're learning the Washington Wizards way. And then when you have to go on and play for somebody else, it's like, dang, I've only known being the star player. I've never had to develop, never had to do anything of the sorts. They don't have any good development. They don't have the good healthcare services, none of that stuff. And then you ultimately fail. But like, for example, think about all the players. Magic Johnson, he went #1 to the best team. He went to the Lakers. And look what he got to do with them. Kobe went to the Lakers.
He's drafted by Charlotte.
Drafted by Charlotte. Trade to what's his name? Oh, Tim Duncan. First year in the league, he has to play with David Robinson, and a great organization with Greg Popovich, the Spurs. They take care of their players. Just 1 year removed from winning the finals. So it's like, dude, I think that could be so nice if like organizations get first crack at the good players. Good organizations get first cracks, and then once they prove that they're actually good players. Because here's the problem: those bad teams. Hold on. Those bad teams need those good players to be really good.
Yeah.
But a good team doesn't need them to be good to still be good. So while they're learning, they're taking in stuff, they're doing that. Then they get thrown in the fire. Then they get to play a little bit, and then they get thrown to then you got to make a decision. So the good teams will have to make a decision. They'll be like, okay, we have Magic, Worthy, Kareem. But Kareem's kind of getting old. But Magic's kind of tradable. But James Worthy, you know what I'm saying? Then they can make those decisions. Okay, but Magic's going to cost us this much. Kareem's going to cost us this much. So then they send off a player that's already really good and been developed and been tutored. Not tutored. Trained, physically capable, They've shown they have game tape on them, because what happens is these bad teams take bad players and then they have to do it all over again, all over again, all over again.
Yeah, this is what I think. This was the proposal that Jamie brought up, which I think we both agreed on. That will be dope. That out of the 10 worst records in the league, instead of the worst record being the number 1 pick, it reverses. The 10th worst record is the number 1 pick, so it takes away tanking. So you're still trying to play for a good record, and it's like
that's a good point.
Say because like if I don't want to say that the good teams have a good chance to get the number 1. I just think they have, like, if you was to say it's like, oh yeah, like the draft order is just randomized, like we're just gonna randomize it. I think that's cool. I think that's all right, because it takes away tanking. It's like you still got to play for a good record because you don't know where you're gonna pick. So it's like it doesn't matter. You're not purposely trying to lose. Now, NFL is like by record. So dudes are actually trying to lose.
I know.
I think it was that other way around. I was like, all right, take the 10 worst records in the NFL, flip them, and now last year, right? Last year, look at the draft. Who will be picking in what? 2024 NFL draft.
My thing is like,
instead of the Bears picking 1, the 10th pick would be the Vikings. So now they're getting Caleb Williams, and then you know what I mean. And now that's a situation. Like, even though the Bears was a great situation, but you know what I mean. That doesn't really always happen. That never happens. That never happens.
But I'm saying you could create really good situations out of the mid-level teams.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Man, I just don't like. I don't think that it should be.
You should be rewarded for losing ever.
Absolutely not.
You should not be rewarded with a chance at a really good player. Am I saying that the first pick of the draft is always going to be the best player in that draft? No. That's not what I'm saying. No. But the likelihood is that the higher you pick, the more likely that player is to be good. How many top 5 picks has Charlotte wasted? And then they get to pick 5 again, and they'll get another player and waste it and waste it and waste it, instead of giving these organizations that have true systems that would develop players and then send those players off
if they want
to those teams. No, well, you're gonna have to, because you got to make a choice. You can't have a team with 4 max players, because the rule is, I think it's 3.
Yeah, they can also, if that dude is really good, they'd rather decide to trade to somebody else that really, you know what I mean? Like,
right?
So if they wanted to, they could trade them. Yeah. But I'm not saying.
But I'm saying send them off. Like, you'll be able to be like, okay, let's just say, for instance, we had Tatum, Brown, and LaMelo on the same team. They all got drafted to the Celtics. Mm-hmm. And now you're like, okay, we're coming up on we got to pick 2 of these guys, and one of them we're going to send off. Now, this is where a team like Charlotte can be like, oh, okay, well, we got the money to pay them now. We'll take them.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because the other good teams are going to also have 2 or 3 players that they're trying to pay. So you'll have to cycle out, the third best player that's also still really good to a team, and he'll have a proven commodity. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, rather than somebody who going to a team not developed and going to a terrible developmental.
Yes,
I know what you're saying.
Look at Adam Morrison. Like,
yeah.
Now look what you did to Darko. Like, Darko, like, he wasn't bad, but he went before Melo. Like, imagine if you didn't he, right? Or was it Wade?
Wade.
Darko went number 2. Did Wade or Melo go 3? I think Wade went 4. Wade went 4.
Okay.
For Marquette, yeah. So, like, think about that. You get, like, you put Darko in. Darko's a 7-footer, and maybe you put him on a team that doesn't, like, actively need him to be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then he becomes, somewhat good. He learns under whoever, Rudy Gobert, whatever, what's his name, Shaq or something like that, and then you send him out. He's been practicing with Shaq, been playing against Shaq in practice, been watching Shaq play from the bench, been playing alongside Shaq a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He gets to see, and then you get to see him in a role where he doesn't have to be an immediate starter. Look at Cooper Flag, for example. Like, the first few games he started off, he was horrible. Right? He was horrible for a number 1 pick. I'm not saying he's bad at basketball, but but it wasn't a good
start
situation for him to be in.
Yeah.
And they needed him to be really, really good because first of all, he's replacing Luka. That was first.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second was he's probably their second best player already.
Mm-hmm.
And he just walked into the building. Like, imagine if he was with like the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying the Thunder need him, I'm saying, but he's like their fifth best player. And now he gets to just study, learn, practice while getting developed by some of the best people in the game, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and there's some bad teams that have good development systems, but they just can't keep the players because of the money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's a team? What's a good example of that? Would you say the A's are good at developing?
Tampa.
Tampa's a great one. Yes, Tampa. What about the A's though? You don't think the A's athletics?
I do think they're
because they do send out some pretty decent,
some great players. I mean, and even now they have good players on their team, bro. They got
right. Yeah, well, they hit on Wilson, they hit on Kurtz, they hit on Rooker, they hit on Lawrence Butler, they hit on Soderstrom.
What's holding them back realistically is the pitching. Like, they have great offensive hitters. Like, even Shea Langoliers. Like, they have guys that can mash. So it's like it says going against one or two players that might go to the NFL versus against the whole team that did make it. I mean, yeah, but like I'm just saying, like, he said that's old. Like, so this is I sent it late. All right, cool. Yeah, I was referring to what, but yeah, like when you look at teams, like Tampa is never a great team. They're always in the hunt, playoff wise.
Yes.
They developed Glasnow, they developed Snell, they developed even like at the time Chris Archer, and they sent those dudes away to other teams.
That's a great point. Yes.
And now
Austin Meadows. Yeah, they got. I mean, Wander Franco would have been a hit.
Brandon Lau is gone now. Like, Brandon Lau just got traded, so it's like now,
Wander Franco would have been a hit.
Junior Caminero,
there.
So it's like they developed the Texas Rangers.
Kiermaier.
The Texas Rangers develop great players.
Like, yes.
Other teams like to get players in free agency, like the Phillies, like the Dodgers.
Yes, they get their player. Yep.
But other teams that are not as great, like Cleveland, Milwaukee.
Cleveland does a good job, yeah. We're pitching.
Tampa, A's, like even Houston develops great players.
Houston for sure. They develop and they spend. That's why they're kind of one of the better organizations in the league.
A lot of teams just don't have the development or just the capabilities, I guess, for whatever reason that other teams have, as far as like, because sometimes philosophy in the organization matters, of like how they're developing these guys, the analytics they give them, of like how they're teaching them to do what. Sometimes a lot of teams have different philosophies. Because if you look at a major league team, look at their minor league teams. They're ran exactly how the major league team is when it comes to analytics. They are.
There you go.
That's the point. You know what I mean? So look, Houston has great minor league teams. San Francisco has great minor league. Baltimore has great minor league players. Like, Baltimore develops guys as well. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They run the teams the exact same way when it comes to philosophy, because they're like, yo, if you're going to come up here for us, why are we going to teach you something in the minors that we're not going to have you do up here? You know what I'm saying? Like, just what it is. So
yeah, I just found that interesting. Like, if more good players could go to already good teams, like, they don't have to be the best team. I'm not saying that the number one seed should always get the first pick, but I'm saying
I think it should be random. I think
it would be nice, or it could be a set list or schedule that's already planned out, and it just goes in order every whatever.
Going into it is like, all right, we got the number one pick this year or whatever.
And then next year we'll have the 30th or the 2nd, and next year we'll have the 5th, and then you know what I'm saying. We already know.
My thing for the next 5 years of like who's what. You know what I mean? Like,
because it would be so cool if more players could get drafted so you could come in and start winning immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you got to think like most of the greatest players, they came into a winning situation. If you look at their top 10s, well, you talk about like Magic, Kobe's, the Shaqs. Jordan earned his.
Yeah.
Shaq moved to his, but he had a great situation in Orlando too. So I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like that was horrible.
Ron went into a bad organization, bad situation.
He went to a bad organization, yeah.
But like, it's not like uncommon for a great player to start off in a great situation, like a good situation for them. Because like me as a player, say in the big leagues, you went from college or whatever, you getting drafted by an organization. I want to get drafted by an organization that I know is going to develop me, and then I know I'm going to go up with that organization, but I want to get the best development as possible to go up to a team. Like, I'd rather that, you know what I mean, rather than like the Angels, who are bringing their prospects up after drafting the same year, and these guys aren't good. Like, they're not
ready. They're not ready to be at that level.
Like Christian Moore, I believe, can be very good. Like, Zach Neto he's fine, but it's like they're not ready to be big leaguers. They were drafted in 2024 and came up they were drafted in April 2024, July 2024, and came up in September. They only went 2 months in the minor leagues. You know what I mean? Like, but you look at
now imagine Christian Moore is like your 6th best player.
My point. Now you got like a situation was like, oh, like he's your 7 or 8 hole in your lineup. Like,
and then
like crazy.
So then you get to see him in the playoffs early in his career.
Then
also you're gonna force those high teams to make choices because they're gonna have to be like, okay, we can't keep Christian, but other teams that get to see, okay, he can do XYZ. And so then like they're already proven, so you don't have to develop them anymore. Because once you get to be like 26, 27, you're pretty much maxed out, like development wise.
Like what you're going to be for the rest of your career.
Right. Like development wise. I don't mean like you can't get better numbers. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like as far as like making a huge swing change or something like that. Like it's pretty much over.
Even like body changes. Like at 28, you're like, all right, this is what he is. Like guys come into the league,
pretty much
lanky or whatever, and then just like get bulked up a little bit, and then you know what I mean. But like as far as like a major fundamental change, if you've played 5 or 6 years in the big leagues, you're pretty much that's what your swing is going to be, and you can end up getting better numbers by mental approach and what you see things as far as like a hitting coach that tells you what to look for in certain counts or whatever because it benefits you the most, giving you you know what I mean, like that can change. Not like,
but you're not
gonna go from pitching 91 to like 96,
97, and at age 32. No, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I mean, I just think that's just something to throw out there. I don't know how they would make it happen. I don't know how they used to do it because I'm telling you, Magic went #1 to the Lakers for no reason. They won the championship the year before, and then I think it happened again with James Worthy. They had won like the year before, and then they got the #1 pick or #2. I don't know, whatever James Worthy went, they picked him.
Yeah,
and it's like you get to come into a situation where you're already in a good situation. You're a good player. You're good in a good situation. That sounds fantastic to me as a fan because now there's more good players in good situations rather than wasting. Like, look, Myles Garrett, just wasting.
Yeah, just wasting. Yeah,
just wasting. I mean, obviously he gets the credit he deserves. He's considered the best defensive end but I mean he has to grind for it, and we're never gonna see him in the playoffs, or we rarely see him in the playoffs. Or like what's a person that's good, really good actually, that doesn't get the credit they deserve. Yeah, no, not Giannis. He gets his credit. Andrew Wiggins. I would have loved to see him develop in a Cavaliers uniform under LeBron. Obviously, they got rid of him right away, sent him to Minnesota. Minnesota's not known for really developing. At the time, they did really well with Anthony Edwards, but at the time, they were not really known for being like, contenders and wanting to build a team and make players better. Kevin Love kind of already what he was, and I mean before that it was KG and Latrell Sprewell.
Yeah.
So like I just would like to see that, but that's it for me. That's all I got.
Yeah, man, I'm with it, man. As we've been here for a while, but we can wrap it up there. That's a great conversation right there.
Sure.
Actually, I never put it to that thought, but that's a great point. I just don't want to reward teams for losing, but
me neither. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. Yeah. And there's a new NBA rule. It's like you can't have like the top 4 pick like 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Changes are being made, and I think it needs to be a little bit more. But yeah, man. A lot going on within the next week. Of obviously NFL within the next 2 weeks, big time. We're gonna have a lot of NFL talk going into the playoffs. What we think we're gonna go over our after next week on week 18 Sunday. try to put a pod out on Monday once the playoff bracket is set. If not, we could, Sunday night. I would definitely want to watch that game, Ravens and Steelers, see what happens there. But Monday, Monday we'll put out a pod next week. Gonna try to get one more in this week. I'm off all week, so you know what I mean.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Hey, we can get two more in there if you want to.
Cool.
Let me know. Shoot me a text. Hey, one more question. I'm sorry. Would you hate it if the team that loses the final Super Bowl World Series, they get the first pick of the next year?
I'm with that.
Hey, it's a tradable asset.
You could
be like, hey, you got this guy. I kind of like him. You could take this number one pick.
Say the Blue Jays are like, or let me say, all right, say the Chiefs, like, because they lost the Super Bowl. They're like, man, we get the number one pick.
We only lost because we didn't have a receiver.
Yeah, but
boom, go get a receiver.
You got this dude. Hold on now. Let me get it. Let me get that to you. You want to bring who's a tradable receiver?
And look, it would incentivize teams.
Yeah.
To make it to the championship.
Yeah, to try to win. Yeah.
And if you want something, the only way to guarantee get it is to make it there.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's say like every year, or let's say the Browns need a quarterback. They don't, but let's say they need a quarterback. And I'm the Broncos and I just lost and I don't need a quarterback. But I like Myles Garrett.
I'll give you Myles Garrett.
Hey, Browns, I got this first pick for you. Let me hold on to Myles Garrett for you.
Because now you can get up off the contract and still draft somebody that is a defensive end if you want it, that's cheaper.
Yeah. While keeping the pick that you already have from being a bad team. Because then the rest of the teams just go back. They can just go right back into the order of whatever. So you play for the 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, whatever you want to do after that. But that team that lost the Super Bowl, they get that first pick of the next year. Ew, that would be insane. That'd be insane. Imagine like the Pacers right now with Cooper Flag. And now they would have Cooper Flag and Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
Could be cool. That could be cool. But
yeah, we're gonna definitely have this conversation again at some point because I like that conversation a lot. Yeah, MLB's been pretty quiet, so there's not really much going on there. No really big signings anywhere. About. So, as the more stuff come in, the more we're going to get out, obviously. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, man. And B, where can they find you?
B3 Swings or B3 Hoops. I've been putting out basketball videos and content. It's been fun.
But yeah, Beyond The Scoreboard on Instagram and TikTok. Hit that like, hit that button, man. And appreciate you guys. See you guys next time. Yeah, I'm about to log in on TikTok on Beyond The Scoreboard. We about to have some more fun on there. For sure, man. For sure. Yes, sir. Alrighty. Ski.